Hi folks, so just wanted to show you, made a start on my little script. I will give you the bare bones of it, and I know that perhaps I shouldn't give too much away because I'm sure that there might be some people who maybe try to plagiarise the idea. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm flipping what's them or anything, it's just, I don't know, some people have said this to me in the past. Sometimes I'm maybe a little bit too naive, and generally speaking, because I don't really mind too much. But then again, I mean, this is going to be an original idea, and more or less as original as an idea can get. And so, yeah. Also, this video actually, I'm kind of realising that could also be a sort of bit of a double video because I don't. Right, I'll give you the bare bones of it in a second, but yeah, I don't know how clearly you can see that because it's difficult to see on the screen. It just looks like a blur on the screen. Yeah, and obviously I'm not a script writer, and obviously I have dyslexia. Hence, also, this book, The Gift of Dyslexia, which was written by a guy who has dyslexia, and that is an amazing book, and I keep meaning to try and get around to reading more of that book. Yeah, it is an amazing book. This guy's done some like 40 years of research into it. He's dyslexic himself. Anyway, cut a long story short, there's a section, the first part of the section that I've read so far, and he's written it in such a positive way, to see dyslexia as not a disadvantage, but spins it in such a positive way. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean spin as in, anyway, yeah, probably not a very good choice of words, but anyway, the point is that he's done like 40 years of research into it and blah blah blah, basically, and this is stuff that apparently you can check it out online, and the research that's been done and this, that and the other, but the same mechanisms and the same processes that occur in the human brain that cause dyslexia also create some genius, like Albert Einstein, for instance. I mean, Albert Einstein was dyslexic, so there's hope for me yet. Anyway, so yeah, if you did catch any of what I've written on there, you might not be able to make head and tail of it anyway, because as you might see, my writing looks like a spider wrote all over it or something, or warts all over it, whatever. And my spelling is atrocious. I can't spell to save my life. My reading and comprehension is up there with everybody else's, but my spelling and my actual handwriting is atrocious. But anyway, so all that said, yeah, that's just me being very self-conscious about my writing and my spelling. It's a very sensitive issue with me, my dyslexia, although I shouldn't necessarily let it be, but it is. Anyway, so I just find it difficult, and so I basically wanted to put that caveat in about my writing. Shows you how self-conscious and sensitive I am about it. But anyway, so let me give you the bare bones of this story that I'm starting to develop. So the opening scene will be of like a nuke going off, some nuclear explosions, and the world is self-destructing, blah 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 blah. So the story so far is that I'm not sure how many years later yet. Kind of still trying to work that one out. But so many years later, and we cut to a scene of like a destroyed city, almost a bit like the opening scenes of oh, flipping it, I can't remember the name of the film, but the one with great, now I can't remember the actor's name now. Oh man, it's one of my favourite movies, not my favourite movie, but it's up there. I've even got the movie in there. Oh, what's it called again? Oh man, it's completely gone out of my head. Anyway, there's obviously a ton of movies with apocalyptic flipping opening scenes of like a devastated city or world or whatever. So anyway, so yeah, devastated city, sort of all completely, you know, like overgrown and what have you, sort of thing, and everything's absolutely quiet as anything. There's nothing moving, not a sound to be heard, not even birds tweeting or anything. And slowly but surely the camera pans into down onto the ground, where we see at least one sign of life, and it's a rat. So we see this rat rummaging around, moving around, doing what rats do, and slowly but surely the rat smells something and comes across. Now obviously to the rat it doesn't know what it is, isn't familiar with it, but us viewers will notice that it looks like some kind of homemade trap, some sort of like improvised, you know, pretty well improvised, but some sort of improvised trap type thing, you know, to trap the rat in. And inevitably the rat goes in and the rat gets caught. And, you know, there'll be a big sort of clang as the rat is caught, sort of thing, and that rings out in the silence. And then again it goes all completely still. And then, slowly but surely, we start hearing the noise. Now the rat will be moving around a little bit at first because it's been caught in this trap and it's shocked and it's kind of, ooh, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And then it hears a sound and it freezes. The rat is perfectly still and it's looking around, it's thinking, what's going on, what's going on? And slowly but surely we hear this rustling noise, you know, sort of slight movement or whatever. And then the camera pans over and we see this what we thought was a pile of rubbish, a pile of like leaves and twigs and sticks or whatever sort of thing. And slowly but surely this figure emerges from this pile of rubbish or whatever, yeah. And as the figure rises up, we realise that, well, we're not entirely sure as to whether this figure is human or not, because when the figure emerges, it doesn't look like a normal shaped human being, if we will put it that way. And so slowly the figure emerges from the ground, and then we realise it's got 2 arms, 2 legs, but other than that it's difficult to discern where the head, if it's got a head or whatever, because the whole of the top half of the body seems to be just one big shape. So as the figure starts to walk slowly and inexorably towards the rat, and like the figure is in no great hurry, no great urgency to retrieve its prize or their prize or whatever, and slowly but surely the figure reaches the trapped rat, and we see the figure bend down, and next minute we hear the squeal of the rat, and then again pitch silence, nothing apart from the figure who's now slowly walking away from the cage with his prize, or her prize, or, because like I said, at that point we're not entirely sure who or what this figure is. So anyway, now that's my opening scene for this little sci-fi. Oh, I'm giving it away, I know, because like, I guess I'm trying, you know, from the description I've just given, it's almost like I can imagine you were kind of getting, oh god, oh, now this sounds really, really cool. And maybe I am giving things, should I actually say anything about this? I don't know, I'm kind of, because then maybe I'm spoiling. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I should shut up and not say anything more. Sorry. You see, that's the thing. I love sharing stuff. And you see, this is the thing. I'm too open. I'm too open a person. I'm too open for my own good sometimes. I am terrible at keeping secrets. Seriously. And it's not like because I just can't help it. It's in my nature just to share. You know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. So yes, right. I've got to button it, because obviously then I'm going to spoil the whole flipping thing, and I don't want to do that, because I want to create this lovely little sci-fi. Right, okay, sorry, so please forget what you just heard. Actually, right. Okay, folks, so basically, from my little description there, like I say, I'm going to develop this, and I'm going to develop this little story, and you'll notice there's going to be an edit in this now, because I almost started giving the story and the whole plot away, and then it kind of defeats the object of this, the whole point. Yeah, anyway, so right, okay, but I just wanted to give you a little sense of what I'm doing. Yeah, sorry, see, now I've completely tripped myself up now, and I'm kind of like, where do I take the rest of this video right now, because I've realised that I don't want to spoil the story yet, because I haven't fully developed it, and obviously then I want to create it into a little movie and then edit it and everything, and then get it up, and then you guys can watch it and hopefully enjoy what I create. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to put an edit in this, like I said, because I've almost given the story away just by waffling on too much. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and I shall catch you folks later. I am in the process of creating this little movie, like I said, so be on the lookout for it. I'm not sure when it'll be done, to be perfectly honest with you. It'll definitely be done this year, so it's not going to be like, I'm not going to procrastinate that much on it, and that's part of the reason why I've made a start on it, and that's part of the reason why I'm making this video. Hopefully as a way of saying, like, come on now, Paul, you've made a bit of a commitment here, you've got to see this through, because I've been wanting to make a little sci-fi something, and like I say, my first little attempts have not been very, very good, and I've not really been that happy with them, but anyway, so okay, I'm going to leave it there for now, folks, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.